we all like having good things happen to us in life, but sometimes we tend to just sit back and wish that money is just going to rain from the sky on us today, that we'll buy that lottery ticket and it's just going to happen this weekend. I'm going to have that $25 million lotto jackpot and I won't have to come to school and I'll be able to buy a car and all my worries will just go away. Now, not that, you don't have any chance of winning the lottery. There is a slight, minuscule chance. What is it these days? 1 in 100 billion thousand? But to really be successful in life, you have to learn to take initiative. And from the quote that I was given, teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. And that's an old Chinese proverb. You have to take initiative. You have to take action. People can tell you how to do things. People can show you how to do things. You can do things in a small lab setting. You can do things in a nice little protected environment. But until you go out there into the real world, into that environment where people are going to criticize you and judge you, you're not going to know truly how to do this thing you've been taught. So I'm going to be looking at 3 things with you today concerning this proverb. The first thing we're going to be looking at is initiative in the classroom setting. The second thing we're going to be looking at is initiative in the workplace. And the third thing we're going to be looking at is initiative in life, as general as it is. So the first thing, initiative in school. This relates directly to this quote that I was given, in that we can sit here, we can listen to Mr. Kirkham tell us how to do these speeches, we can listen to the theories behind it, we can listen to him tell us how to organize our speeches, but unless you sit down, you take a pencil in hand, grab a piece of paper, and start outlining your speech, until he puts you up here, all nervous and flustered, trying to do this in front of everybody, in front of actual people watching us and listening to his comments, you're not going to get the feeling of your heart racing, or you're feeling a little nervous, or your voice is trembling a little bit. You're not going to actually know how to give a proper speech. The second thing, initiative in the workforce. Until you take that resume in your hand, put on your best suit and tie that tie yourself, no clip-ons, boys, come on, we're 20 years old, we're not 12 anymore, and you go into that room and you see all the other candidates in their best suit, in their best tie, sitting around with their suitcases. You're not going to know how nervous you are, you're not going to know who your competition is. So you can sit at home, tweak your resume, change the font. You don't like Comic Sans? I'm going to go Times New Roman. Those little tweaks won't mean anything in the bigger picture until you step out your door and you go to that interview. And the third thing, with my topic, it's going to be the weakest point, but the weakest point is, let's go back to the lottery. Now, you can pray to God every day, you can get on your knees and pray to Buddha, you can kneel towards Mecca and do your 7 daily prayers if you're Islamic, and you can pray, please, I want to win the lottery every day. But if you don't take that initiative, if you don't take that step out the door to go to 7-Eleven, fill in a little rectangle on your lotto ticket, and actually buy a lotto ticket, you're not going to win the lottery. So, let's go back. If you want to be successful in life, you have to be brave enough, you have to be courageous enough to take that first step, to speak that first word of your speech, to go to that first interview and possibly get rejected, to give that first speech and really bomb before you can really learn. Thank you. Okay, never mind. Life is a lotto. It all starts with now. In California, life is lotto. Life is lotto. Or Buddha. Like who we're gonna pray to, might as well hit all the religions. Buddhism, Wiccan. Slaughter your newborn pig. Pray to your. That's my religion this month. I'm Wiccan. Next month I'm going to try Scientology.
Do you slaughter sheep there?
Not sheep. We've just been doing pigs and cats. It's pretty intense.
I'm in world religions right now.
All right.
Miguel, I thought that you had an okay statement for your attention device. You transitioned to the topic pretty clearly. You've set up a structure, so it's pretty straightforward for you to follow. That third point was a little abstract at the beginning, and then you kind of filled it in when you got to the end. That's okay. It's understandable that that's going to be an issue that comes up. On the content, I thought that you did a nice job for the most part. You used the current situation about speaking in class. You got a little bit of humor in there. Whenever you got encouragement from the audience, you seem to respond to those kinds of things, and that's one of the things that you do as a speaker that's much more effective. You kind of feed off of the response that you're getting from the audience. I think that helps you quite a bit. On the presentation, we've got lots of energy, lots of variety in your voice. You're doing a good job there. I thought you had good descriptive gestures. Everything's going fine there. You're involved with the audience. You look at us. You're very expressive. You did a much better job with your body movements this time. It was much more... Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was much more controlled. You did seem to step up a couple of times to emphasize a particular point, but then you always kind of went back to the same spot. I could tell that you were making an effort not to, do that pacing sort of thing, which is okay. You're getting there, and I thought that came across pretty effectively. At the end of the speech, it did seem like you rushed the exit a little bit, but you did kind of remind us what the point was that you were trying to get across. All right, thank you. They're noisy people out there, is that it? They're too damn noisy?
Yellow. You should have gone out there and just started yelling. No, big. Shut the fuck up.
Hang on a second, we got to send the next person out. Jamil. Damn, Jamil, they're going to hate you.